What's up? This is your captain, Icetitan 123, here with another Icetitan Reads Bleach fanfiction, The Mice Will Play, Part 9. Now, with the last chapter that I read, the fight between Renji plus also the Hollow that as in inside Shani has finally taken place, and the first time that I actually read last chapter plus also this one, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, it was such a metal fight. It was really emotional too. But it obviously was not the end of the Hollow, because this was not normal hollowification, as I've because it says in previous chapters, the Hollow was basically using Siani to replicate itself. It was Siani was basically just the I guess you could say the mold. But yeah, this is the continuation of the actual fight. I think next chapter is the I think next chapter is the end of the fight. I can't really remember, but yeah, let's get into this chapter right here. Okay, everything around me shimmered, and we were suddenly back at the willow tree in spring. Sayori was on her knees, speaking with a very shaky voice. What I remembered was one of Division 4's healing Keto. Her clothing was torn and covered in blood, as there were 3 horizontal wounds across her back and several across her body, oozing into the fabric. What the hell kind of trick is some of this? I demanded of the creature had Hubby Mo constrict even tighter. As the bone spurs moved in deeper, the Hollow hissed. But at that very same moment, Siani's voice stopped and she screamed. More blood became visible upon her clothing, and her head sank into the ground, still breathing, but it was labor. I immediately had Zabi withdrawal and settle about me, waiting for the next attack. Sank to the ground. She was still breathing, but it was... Yeah, sorry, it's not a trick, my lovely Abai, it replied. You're simply out of your depth, as usual. I saw us move towards Yanni, and it stepped in between the two of us. You had your moment, your opening, you should have taken it. It looked around quickly, assessing everything. I understand. Of course, you would shield yourself here. Shame your beloved broke the seal and was in such a rush to defend your honor. I looked over his shoulder at me and winked. I sneered back at it, but at the same moment I had Zabi Yamo slither towards Yanni, gets close enough to be a barrier between them. It hissed at me and then did something unexpected and seemingly ridiculous. It lunged at one of the fowls and whipped it violently from the ground. Yanni screamed again. This time collapsed fully on the ground. Silly girl, it shouted. Why would you do something so preposterous? It tried to reach for another fowl, but I was ready and had Zabi clamped down onto his arm. It growled and hissed, started bashing Zabi's skull with its sword, but I wasn't letting go. When the effort yielded no results, its tongue told me again. It spoke the words that sent Aine into Shikai, but added more to it, which Yanni had never done. On freedom, I cannot pronounce this word. It's Irish. I'm sorry, but I had no idea what that meant. If I'd had time, I could have pieced it together. As expected, the blade began to dissipate as it turned into a feather-shaped wave. It continued vibrating until I could no longer see it. Even if it had given another command, even in Bankai, it was not going to work. When I sent Zabi Bima from me again, it was but one command: keep Siani safe. Suddenly I felt dizzy and disoriented. What had been a firm stance faltered. I looked at the creature's face, and its expression was triumphant. I blinked many times, but the ground felt as though it were shifting, and again my focus broke. Zabi Yamo released the creature's arm. With a painful shriek, it came at me, and fortunately I had enough will to have Zabi block it once more. It spoke the words once more, and I felt as though the ground was tilting and I was about to fall off. My concentration failed, and I had no choice but to recall Zabi Yamato. Forced once again into sword. Walk. I tried desperately to dodge and block, but with the loss of my equilibrium I was feeling. The first several wounds I was able to ignore. It was when I totally miscalculated and that hideous imitation came into my right shoulder and twisted. There was no ignoring that. I growled, and Zabi Primo fell from my hand into my blood. I could do nothing but stand there as it happened again with my left shoulder. Shani was already fast, but this thing was faster. I managed to sense moving for another strike. I dropped to my knees, feebly grasped for Zabi B Maru. My fingers responded slowly, hesitantly, but I was able to make them wrap around his hilt again. I started to stand when all the air was forced from me, and I felt a blaze sink into my back. Damn it! How does an act like this or move like this? Even taking Sandy's appearance, this was impossible. What was this thing? I tried to move, but couldn't. Some rescue. Apparently, Vice Captain Shinigami wasn't enough. The Bleach rested, and I expelled a mouthful of blood along with wet air remained in my lungs. Alright, so basically, what happened here was that Shani's Zanpakuto is a sound based. So basically, what would cause equilibrium to actually fail? That would be inner ear, or your eardrum, waking. That's apparently that's what pretty much happened. That infernal laugh sounded. I want to tell you before the end, so you can know as you die just how similarly you failed both yourself and her, and I didn't even have to use her it's a Bankai. Sucka that's her Bankai. That's her way of saying Bankai, because she is pretty much an Irish cerebral. That's basically what she is. I found myself jerked upward and was tossed at. I knew as soon as I made impact, the willow tree slumped over and still bleeding. I couldn't raise my head. I groped for Zabi B Maru and could not feel him at all. You entered the battle having no knowledge or awareness of what you were facing, thinking you were saving your love from an adversary, but you weren't. You have believed all this time you were someplace you could snatch away from. You could not spirit her away from her own mind. Cerebral. I mustered all the strength I could to look up at the thing. I shrunk from my height to Siani's. Another than the discolored skin and eyes, hell, even the mask, what we resembled her now. I didn't understand. You still don't comprehend, so I suppose I must tell you plainly. Well, inside her mind, Shinigami, the last refuge she'd had in a pointless fight with me. She knew immediately and sealed herself away from me, so I went to work on her body. It is what I was designed to do. Honohara said, replicating self, not replicating her. I managed to force the walls as blood dripped out of my mouth and down my face. And I am, but and heal. What is the mind, Shinigami? Never mind. Don't answer. As long as she exists in heal, we all play by her rules. She has kept herself shielded in this little corner of her mind all this time. I would have broken through eventually, but your insertion into her mind, into this exact place, broke her resolve. It was the one moment of weakness I required. Now with this final segment assimilated, it will be over. There will be nothing left of her, and I can become myself again with the addition of her abilities and her knowledge, including all she knows about both her spear and your Icetitan. It is knowledge that will serve our purpose well. You fought a pointless battle, and now you will die in the process. I sighed ever so slightly and prepared myself for a final blow that never landed. Instead, a loud and high-pitched howl pierced the silence. I felt something touch my hand. I turned my head and found Shiani kneeling beside me. Didn't I tell you back in the series that you will not give up? What are you doing over here? I cracked a slight smile. Napping, I replied. It was really quiet on just now. What the hell is that noise anyway? Her smile lit up her eyes. You don't know half of what you think you do. Bye. I started to laugh, but I ended up choking, coughing, and choking up more blood. Not the time for jokes, Renji. Her hand rested on top of my head, followed by a quick kiss. Jackass, she ridiculous, love-struck, stubborn jackass. I heard the tears in her voice, but all I could do was lay there. Her voice began the healing chant again. When I was able to roll over and really look at her, she stopped. She looked tired and sad. There was, as always, the fierce determination behind her eyes. What the hell were you thinking coming in here? There had to be some other way. I didn't. I quickly explained to her everything that happened since I found her body back in Katakuta, and the last thing I remembered was falling asleep next to her body and awakening prompt against this wavefront. She sighed heavily. Okay, this is my favorite part of this chapter. Okay, she sighed heavily. God, keeps getting fucking harder. And you have to say it with an Irish accent. Keeps getting fucking or she would say it. Keeps getting fucking and I can't believe you blindly accepted and drank something he handed it to you, because he told you to. God's teeth. She looked at me dead in the eyes, and the intensity of her gaze made me want to melt into the glass. You do not have time right now. Although both you and he have many a word to heal from me. Only so much I can do in healing you. This keto thing is new to me, and I only have what little reishi is left in the flowers while the barrier is active. I stared at her, not understanding. She quickly explained to me an aspect of Ine she did not told me of before. It was purely defensive. She could release Ine, stay and focus the sound into a barrier, a shield of sorts. With that howling, and right now, Ine was in Bankai. Technique she never needed to use against me or anyone else, since we'd only ever been sparring. She was never in any sincere danger. Do you have enough strength to manifest its hobby? I need him for a moment. I will have one chance, one shot for getting this goddamn parasitic shit out of my head. I nodded and closed my eyes and concentrated. Sally had done the same. The strange, wispy, somewhat female form I took simply stared at him. Understood, he said, then vanished. I looked at her, waiting for an explanation that never came. So now what? So you stand your ass up, get that name of attention, and both you and Zabi have to hold enough strength to focus for Shikotsu Taiho. Well, what about you? Don't worry about me. Just do this. Promise me. Don't argue. Don't hesitate. Promise me you will do this. Once the battle is gone, this is the only opportunity we will have. You should use up the reishi from the flowers. This is all I have left. I grabbed her hands and held them. I promised days ago I would fix this. If this is how I have to do it, then this is what I will do. She stood up, our fingers still entwined, and I stood with her. She handed me Zabi Yamamoto and held Ine in her right hand. She spoke Ine awake. Zabi Yamamoto was already altering his shape. I felt the increase of reaction and immediately knew what she intended. She had told me Ine's influence over others operative spirits could be used as a supplement to a combat wielder. And this is what she was doing. As she did so, the barrier that had kept the monstrosity at bay disappeared and vanished. It had become in waves in those moments once again in the larger form it had fought me in. I called Zabi Yamamoto into Bankai. Zabi Moto. It's not actually written here, but I just felt like saying it because and flung them at the creature. It thought it was going to die, but once more I felt the added reaction and had assumed she already had done the same with her Bankai and layered it on mine. There'll be no stopping or blocking now. I planted my feet firmly as the energy flowed out along Zabi Yamamoto's segments and out of his jaws. What I felt and what I saw was unlike any of the times I've used this. It's far more intense, the color deep as blood, and almost double in size as this field began to form. I looked at Siani. Out of the corner of my eyes, she'd gone deathly pale, and she spoke a command to Ayane, which I knew was almost fully fused with Zabi Amamaru. And it's something I can't pronounce to save my life. She shouted. I tried to understand, tried to force my mind to translate the words. That's what I'm trying to do. But at that very moment, the sphere was released. It hit its target with ease. What had been that disgusting mockery of the one I loved exploded and vanished. It was done. Shani, you were right. That was amazing. I twirled off as I turned around and found her collapsed at my feet. I fell to my knees beside her, cradling her head in my lap. Tears were already forming. Her skin was turning from white to a pasty gray. She said not to worry about her, not to split my focus from my attack. What had she done? I forced my brain to translate what she said, then it hit me. No, you said you wanted that thing out of your head. You told me not to give up. Why? Why would you do this? No, I howled. My head sank to hers and everything went completely black, and that is the chapter. So, the fight between Renji and the hollow inside of Susani's head, it only lasted 2 chapters, or I should say a chapter and a half. Or yeah, no, it was 2 chapters. But I actually think if this was in, I think if this was in manga format, this fight could have lasted possibly 3 chapters. But basically, what basically happened was Siani sacrificed herself to ensure Renji won. Now she is still alive, but she had to take drastic measures to make sure that basically Renji won, and basically to make sure that hollow would not replicate itself from her. She had to. She had no other choice. And basically just the fact that she said that she had words for Renji, plus also Kisuke, that right there tells me she had no intention of dying. So overall, this was a very good chapter. You know, the overall pacing very consistent, and yeah, but yeah, this was a very good chapter. One other thing. As you actually noticed, whenever the Hollow took any actual damage, Sky also took damage. That's how far along that Hollow was from actually overtaking her entire body. That's how far along it got, that it had that connection. The actual Hollow's body plus also Sky's body, they were the same thing. But the Hollow had to be defeated. It had to it had to be severely wounded. It's not gone, not by any stretch of the imagination, because sadly, as smart as Kisuke is, and as smart as Mayori is, they cannot take a Hollow out. They don't have that kind of power. They don't have that kind of. They don't know that technique. They don't know how to extract a Hollow from something and basically have that host live. They don't know how. I've never seen it done within the anime or any manga, but that Hollow will be taken out of Sunny, but that's going to be later on down the road. For those who have already had, you already know what's going to happen. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this actual video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with your friends. This is your Captain, Icetitan 123, signing out. Peace.